What's up? This is Cyclonus, and I'm here again with some more Xbox related news. Now, if you didn't know, but most people know already that Microsoft is in talks with AMD. They're in talks with AMD on buying them out. I mean, the news has surfaced recently. I knew about the news exactly when it happened, but I chose not to do a video on it. Why? I don't know. I just didn't. It was just like everywhere. And I think it's phenomenal news. And if this goes through, this is a death blow to the ponies. Ponies. Do you hear me? Hear me loud and clear. If this deal goes through with Microsoft and AMD, it is over. You hear me? Over. You're clinging on to a little lifeline now with your non-innovation, non-advancement Pony Station 4. You're barely clinging on now. If this AMD deal goes through, it is definitely over. Like I said, I wasn't going to touch on it, but I got a couple of messages from, some people saying that they wanted to hear my take on it and what I thought about it. So I was like, you know what? I'll make a video. So this is my take on the whole AMD Microsoft situation. Because as I know, Microsoft was looking to buy AMD in a bid, right, to restore its chip design operations, according to a report citing unnamed sources familiar with the matter. Kit Guru said that Microsoft approached AMD several months ago in an attempt to bluster its gaming arm by developing its own console chips for future Xbox devices, as well as strengthening its footing in the chip market. The results of the talks are unclear, but it would be relatively easy financially for Richmond to swallow up the chip firm. Why? Because Microsoft currently has about 100 billion in cash, whereas AMD's market cap currently stands at 1.81 billion, which is 3 times less than it paid for ATI Technologies in 2006. Remember ATI with the Xbox 360? But if this is true, the buyout would put Microsoft's major console rival, Sony Entertainment, in a sticky situation as the firm uses AMD chips, right? This is game over, ponies. If this deal goes through, it is lights out, right? Now, Sony will be lining Redmond's pockets every time it sold a Pony Station console. A PlayStation console. And might have to look to Intel. They might have to look to Intel to power future gaming devices. You understand? Because they might not be able to use AMD technology no more if Microsoft brought them out. So Sony might have to look to Intel to power up future gaming devices. Microsoft has allegedly approached AMD and shown interest in acquiring the company, according to a recent report citing an anonymous source. Rumors of potential AMD acquisitions by larger industry players are anything but rare occurrences. Such rumors, however, have been particularly more than usual, right, in recent times. According to a report by Kit Guru, from which I gather, is that Microsoft had already approached the Sunnyvale chip maker, AMD, several months ago. AMD already supplies the hardware for Microsoft's Xbox One gaming console, as well as its main rival, the PlayStation 4 from Sony. the Richmond-based software giant and the Sunnyvale-based chip maker have maintained a close relationship for a very long time. They have. If you know your facts and you know the history between Sunnyvale and Microsoft, they've had a long time close relationship. So if Microsoft was to buy the AMD chipset, buy them out, it wouldn't be a real big surprise, because remember, they've been doing business for a long time. So this is a very smart move from Microsoft. In fact, they have worked together on multiple generations of Microsoft's graphics programming interface, DirectX, as well as some of the company's previous generations of gaming devices such as the Xbox 360. Despite the common interest that both companies share in the PC market and gaming, they actually address these markets through a vastly different set of tools, expertise, and perspectives. Analysts estimate that Microsoft pays around $100 for every Xbox One system on chip to AMD. Life-to-date sales of the Xbox One are around, I give them maybe 14.6 million units sold, which means that Microsoft has already paid AMD around $1.26 billion for Xbox One chips. The acquisition of AMD could save it around $1 billion per year on Xbox One chips alone. You understand? Not only will this make Microsoft's next Xbox a super monster, you understand? But this deal will be a very smart deal for Microsoft to do, because they save around $1 billion per year on their chipset alone. If the company develops appropriate chips for smartphones and tablets, Microsoft's savings could be even higher. See, what I'm saying, folks, is that doing this deal with AMD is a very smart business move. This is very smart. And the more like I look at this, it's like the more of a chance this is going to happen. This is going to happen, folks. I don't doubt this. This is going to happen. Now, the battle for video game space is very strong. If Microsoft brought AMD, then Sony, I repeat, now these are facts that you ponies cannot damage control. And these are facts that you cannot run from. See, the reality of it is that if Microsoft brought AMD, then Sony will be faced with a bad set of choices. Let me repeat this, ponies. If this deal goes through, and if Microsoft buys out AMD, then Sony will be faced with a bad set of choices. Their first choice would be to put money in Microsoft's pocket every time it sells a pony station. That's their first choice. Their second choice would be try to create an entirely new platform by using technologies from Intel, NVIDIA, ARM, or Imagination Technologies. You hear me? If this deal goes through, you ponies only have two choices. Your two choices are, you either put money in Microsoft's pocket every time it sells a PlayStation, or try to create an entirely new platform by using technologies from Intel, NVIDIA, ARM, because they're up there, and Imagination Technologies. That's the only choices Sony will have. This means, ponies, that the next Xbox system will be a monster, and Sony will not be able to compete. And if Microsoft uses AMD, Microsoft will be paid for every PlayStation sold. And even if Sony chooses to go to AMD, we already know that the next Xbox system will have a custom state of the art, the newest technology of AMD chips. And you ponies will get the standard one. You already know that. So Sony and the ponies better run to NVIDIA or Intel, because it's game over and good night. So you ponies better hope this deal doesn't go through. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. I will leave a link to this article down below. I'm Cyclonus. That's all the news that I got for you right now. And until next time, you already know my opinion counts.